My beautiful, precious sewing machine of 8 years, the one that I taught myself how to sew on, finally bit the bullet. The world really works in mysterious ways because I definitely put a new sewing machine on my vision board and then that happened. So just be careful what you wish for, I guess. I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. Like the universe, God, whatever you believe in, really said, you're getting a new sewing machine. And so I did.
No more sunny days, no more sunny days. I got a heart that won't behave. I got a mind gonna make me insane. No more sunny days, no more sunny days. You got a black cloud over your head. You're looking spent, gotta get you to bed. Agent at the apartment gone. I moved out, but I can't move on. Money talks and hunger pains. So lame, it's so lame, it's so lame. Nothing's fixed by going downtown. Your screaming screams always get me down. Skip church for the gay parade. I'm the same, you're the same, we're the same.
I just got this beauty yesterday and I just did a little quick like first impressions, and guys, I'm literally so impressed. This thing is a freaking power horse. It can sew up to 1100 stitches per second. It feels even heavy. Like I had trouble, as you probably saw in the B-roll, getting it out of the box. And that's always such a great sign because that just means there's a ton of metal in that guy. So I really love that, even though it is a little heavier. There's some features on this machine that I really think are revolutionary. The first one being the built-in thread cutter. So after you're done sewing your stitch, you literally just press this button and it'll snip it right off for you. I think that's going to be such a game changer when it comes to like efficiency. And speaking of efficiency, there is a automatic sewing button. So you just press that and it'll start sewing for you automatically until you press it again, that it'll stop. So guys, your foot doesn't even have to be on the foot pedal. Like it literally will just sew for you. When it comes to like patchwork and quilting, when you're just doing kind of straight lines, I think that'll be so handy. I'm so gagged about that feature. It also has like 568 stitch options, which I don't know if I'll use all of them, but one thing that really caught my eye was that there is both a block and script alphabet stitch. So you can literally make letters, you can do monograms, you can do like little cute hidden messages. I would have really loved that option when I was doing my handmade Christmas gifts. It just personalizes things and makes it a little bit just more special. I don't know how much I will use that feature, but I am excited to have it. And lastly, a feature that really caught my eye was that you can adjust the tension of the presser foot. So because this is a heavy duty machine, it can tackle fabrics like denim really well, even leather really well. But because of this tension dial for the presser foot, you can even use really soft and delicate fabrics such as silk. You won't get any of that weird bunching because you can literally adjust the tension on that. As I mentioned earlier, my beautiful little first sewing machine finally bit the bullet and no longer is working. And it's honestly all my fault. Like I have this gene where I think that I can do everything and be everything. One of those being a sewing machine technician. And so when I thought that I could fix it on my own, I ended up messing it up to the point where it was more expensive to get it repaired than just to get a new one. So at that point, it just made more sense to get a new one. And also they discontinued that machine. So it was like the parts were going to be really expensive. So this is why I have that. I have the heavy duty overlocker from Singer behind me, and I really love that machine. So I figured I would try the heavy duty line just from the regular sewing machine. And so far, I'm just beyond impressed. I'm so excited to get to know her. Let me know what I should name her. I think this machine would be really awesome if you're like an intermediate to a more advanced sewist. I think that this is a little bit overkill if you're just beginning. You could definitely grow with this machine and it has like really great features, but for someone like me that has been sewing for a little over 4 years, this is such a game changer. I'm so excited for all those new features. If you're shopping around for different machines, I definitely recommend the basic model of this version because that one is heavy duty and it's not super delicate. You can kind of be rough and tough with it. When you're first starting out, you have no idea what tensions are. You're going to mess up, and at least those machines are really heavy duty, so they're not as likely to break as easily. If you're just shopping around, some tips I have for you when unboxing your machine is first and foremost, read the manual. Like I know it's so boring and it's very like technical, but you will get like really great advice and you'll know how to set up your machine. And even in this one, it has just like a rough guidelines of what your tension settings should be like. So it's just a really good reference point. Another tip is just checking the accessories, everything that like comes with the machine. So you have an inventory of what you already have versus like what you need. Keep those accessories in a place where it's easily accessible. I find myself like switching gears a lot of the times, and I'm like, oh, I really wish I had this presser foot, and then I look in the kit and it literally came with it. So you get to save a lot of money and time. They do set you up like really well to start sewing and sewing a lot of different things. I'm gonna take some time today to sew different types of fabrics and to test out a lot of the different stitch settings just so that I can become familiar with it before like jumping into a project. So definitely test out with just a shit ton of scrap fabric. I think I'm going to be making a little sewing machine cover. The one that came with everything is kind of ugly, and I've seen some really cute options, so I'm excited to do that and to kind of keep it like dust free. I think that's very important. And then the last tip that I have for you is just to get comfortable with like the bobbin area, making sure that you are dusting it every once in a while because a lot of lint does collect there. And when you don't clean and oil your machine properly, all of that stuff like accumulates and then you're gonna get kind of wonky stitches. I'm so excited to get to know her more. My old machine was called Josefina because it was kind of giving like Latin abuelita that knows how to make clothes, but she is a little bit more modern. She's a little edgier, and so I'm thinking something like Magda maybe, and that's my grandma's name, so it feels a little bit more special. I'm so excited to get to know her more and to familiarize myself with all of her settings, and I'm excited to see how like my sewing progresses, right? This like 2.0 version, and I'm just excited to see how that translates in the clothes that I make. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what sewing machine you have. I think a lot of us, including myself, can get kind of wrapped up in like the specs and like the new machines of it all, but like really it just depends on what you have like in your heart and in your mind, creativity wise. I know people that have simplest sewing machines, like kid versions of sewing machines, and they are making incredible stuff. So really just have fun. It doesn't matter what you have and like what you can afford. I'm very grateful to be able to afford a machine like this. So yeah, that about wraps it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Hopefully we're gonna see her in action. Okay, love you so much. Bye.